YouTube, what is going on? We got a nice video today. Well, all the videos are nice. But today, in this video, we are going to visit the gentleman who many years ago, probably about 2 years, going on 2 years ago, did El Chapo, the restoration of my meat cleaver. My meat cleaver. So now this young man, guess what? He has started his own business. So let me flip this camera around and we're going to go through the secret passageway to get here and deal with these no driving Chicago people. So if you're familiar with Chicago, we're under Lake Street, and which has a train. And then I got some other individual on my tail, but that's a whole nother subject. So anyway, here we go. And I got my son with me, co-pilot, Mr.
Hi.
I had to put you on there, I didn't get you. Go ahead, say hi to the folks.
Hi.
In your face, like in your face.
Hi.
All right, hey. Anyway, so let's go back to this. So we're off Lake Street, and we're going to interview Mr. Nick about his business. So we're coming down the alley here. Let me turn these wipers off because that doesn't do good for video. And here we go. And this location has parking. And we're gonna be going right in there. So let me park and we're gonna get to the video. Here we go.
What's going on, guys? I haven't seen you in a while. Actually, the last time I saw you guys was with the cleaver.
That's right, El Chapo.
El Chapo,
The
that's
restoration.
right. Yeah, dude.
Yes.
So it's been a while. Welcome, guys. From the days of working at Northwestern Cutlery, now I get to welcome you guys to the Chicago Knife Center. So this is my own place. Started, 3 months ago? So a little new, still in construction mode, but it's mine, I own it, and it's paid off. So that's the most important part of it.
That's beautiful. Let me
Right?
get your sign right here.
Yeah.
You can see.
So a lot of custom signage, trying to stick with the industrial theme of Chicago. We're in the West Loop of Chicago, so there's a huge history of pork, meat production, packaging, producing, the industrial kind of feel with it. So wanted to carry on the Chicago tradition of not only knife sharpening, but of the industrial production center of the West Loop. So welcome to the Chicago Knife Center, guys. It used to be basically just a tool shed. I called everybody in the West Loop trying to get cheap rent. That was the hardest part, was trying to find cheap rent in Chicago, right?
That's almost impossible.
Impossible.
He said cheap rent.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Oxymoron?
Yeah. Well, everybody wanted
rent.
$60 to $65, $70 a square foot, and I found somebody willing to go down to $20 a square foot. But it's in the garage. You can see it's in the alley. We're right between Smith and the Loyalist and Stan's Donuts on either side. Lake Street is around the corner, so we're not far, but just slightly off the beaten path. But for that, you get cheap rent. 1325 West Lake, but we're in the alley, so we're between Peoria Street and Ada Street, right in the middle. So if you see Stan's Donuts and you see Smith and the Loyalist, you're right in the sweet spot.
And people, if they want to come, they have to come in through this entrance.
Alleyway, yeah. You can either take Ada Street or you can take Peoria. Ada Street will be when you see the Smith and the Loyalist, take a right or left, and vice versa on Peoria Street. It's the first alley turn when you come in. We do have parking, which is unheard of in the West Loop. You can see right now it's all parked up. But
There's a truck right there, so you can park there. Now, are you open to the public?
general public, Mondays and Tuesdays, I work with local restaurants where I do pickup, deliveries, kind of like Kazini Brothers, where we do knife rentals. So once a week, I drop off sharp knives and I pick up dull knives, and we do a knife switch over. I also do custom knife sharpening and hand sharpening for the chefs too as well. So we work with restaurants such as Bracero, El Che, Northwestern Meats, the meat company around the corner. So we have a lot of restaurant and industrial clients. And kind of what's the point of being in the West Loop too, right? So this is my open to the public space. So when you guys come in, we're going to have knife sharpening classes. I got the old school chalkboard coming out. We're gonna have a few display cases. I got the first display case. I wanted to show the kind of open projects in motion, and then we're gonna do some light retail too as well. So mainly focusing on commercial and public knife sharpening. So we got
Now this
our cool Street Fighter RK.
on the board. Oh, okay. Is this for the classes or?
Yeah, just for the classes. Well, that's why I got the old one, so that I can do my menu, but when you guys all come over, I can switch it over and we can do class time together.
I got you.
I thought it'd be cool. And then that's why I got this high table here. So when we do the knife sharpening classes, we got a nice high table. We'd be able to do 6 to 8 people Saturdays, and I think maybe Sundays we'll do a few classes. But we got chairs, display cases, what else? Knife sharpening classes. We'll do a little bit of everything too as well.
Now, when they do the knife sharpening classes, when you do it, do they bring their own knives or?
So yeah,
And what can you bring?
I think it's super important that you need to sharpen your own knives too, right? If I give you a perfect knife and try to sharpen it, it means nothing. But if you bring in your knife and I show you how to sharpen your knife, I think it's more important. So I supply the stones, you guys bring your knives, I'll show you how to sharpen your knives from beginning to end. It's usually about 30 minutes of conversation, talking about knives, steel, just to kind of bring everybody up to the same level of understanding. And then an hour and a half of practical, where I'll actually teach you guys how to sharpen your own knives. I supply the stones, you supply the knives. Hour and a half, good time.
Okay.
Hopefully we can get a beer sponsor so we can get a beer by the end of it too.
Nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Now, what do you charge?
So
Or have you said it yet? You haven't said it yet.
I haven't said it yet, but I'm
Okay,
thinking $60 for the class, nothing too expensive. I want,
Oh, that's reasonable.
yeah, well, I'm trying to get the message out to people to sharpen your own knives, educate yourselves. This is more of like an outreach program. I also do an outreach program with restaurants too as well. Last week I just did a class at Ever Restaurant, which is just around the corner, the 3 Michelin star restaurant, Curtis Duffy. So, teaching. The more you teach, the more you educate. I think the more you can help people.
More people understand.
More people understand. It makes my job easier.
Right.
So, but this is the rest of it. So I'll show you what the guys that actually, this is what it originally looked like. This is Lake Street over here. So originally when I first got this spot, it was just this. It was just an open kind of construction zone.
Oh. Very
So-
nice spot, too.
That's Lake Street. And I called everybody in the West Loop, seeing if, they had any cheap rent. Somebody finally returned my phone call and said,
Yeah,
Nick,
rent.
you said that beggars can't be choosers, and maybe I got something that's a little outside the realm for you. So he brought me to this spot. It was just an empty garage at that point. So he cut this whole spot out for me
They gave you a spot.
and gave me a spot.
They gave you decent rent.
Yeah. See, and that's the main, I think, the hardest part. The Achilles heel of the business is trying to find cheap rent. You need to be in a high industrialized spot, lots of restaurants, lots of people, high density. But the problem is you can't pay a lot of money because it's knife sharpening, right? So you need the catch-22. So alley, 1,500 square feet, $20 a square foot kind of thing. It's our new little spot. I'm very excited. It's all coming together. You can kind of see it piece by piece of the little center. So
I mean, from what I've seen, of course, you guys don't know what I've seen. But when I first came here, really,
it was tables,
yeah, that was it. So and the wall wasn't painted.
and the wall wasn't painted. Yeah.
So he's putting in the work.
Yeah.
Which means if you start a business, you got to put the work in.
It's true, but piece by piece, and don't beat yourselves up. I actually wanted to launch within a month, and now it's been 3 months, and I feel really bad about that. But I keep telling people it's a soft opening. Oh, it's just a soft opening. That means I can make all the mistakes, and no one's coming to get mad at me. So slowly opening, but again, I'm paying for things as I'm doing it, so that's the good thing, right?
And that's smart because, I mean, I haven't really said what I've been trying to do, and I'm still not going to say it. And right now I'm going into year and a half. So, you're doing good. You're doing
Take
good.
your time,
You're doing good.
people. And it's better to pay for it yourself than take out a loan and get into that stuff. So I will say, the turtle in the hair in this business sense, it's definitely good to be the turtle for sure. So slow but steady, make progress, and then eventually it'll be something. So hopefully we're going to be launching a hard launch within the end of the month. End of June, we'll have a party. We'll have some friends. I want to have my knife maker friends come over. We're going to invite some of the chef friends around. And hopefully invite everybody that wants to come down. But again, it's a knife center, and that's what I've been trying to make, is a knife center. So focused on industry, people, fixing knives, taking care of people and all your knife problems, right?
You think you'd be selling like knives?
So I want to sell knives. So anyways, this is another really good thing to think about, especially if you're getting into business, is that the service side, knife sharpening in Illinois isn't taxed because it's a non-taxable service. So you don't have to pay taxes on a service, which is great, right? But as soon as you sell something, you have to put on the 11.25% sales tax.
Is that what it is in Illinois?
Yeah, I believe so. Don't quote.
No.
As long as I do services, I don't have to pay taxes. As soon as I start selling retail, I need to do what they call an ST1 tax.
Okay.
So every 2 weeks, I have to send in a check for all the sales taxes that I collected to the government of Chicago, which is a lot, and it's tiresome to do. So as I get a little bigger and I start selling stuff and more retail, more money, then I'll progress into retail. But for right now, services, taxable free. Really easy to deal with the government and keep on track of things. So that's the next step.
Okay.
Retail is going to be the next big thing. I'd rather save up my money and do it all with $50,000 than try to do it with $5,000 at a time. So if we're going to do it, you're going to do it big.
Okay. All right. Can I see some of the pieces that you recently got?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we got some knives.
Yeah. So I got a few pieces. I don't have my samurai swords here, but those will be the next to come.
I did not make that show either.
Oh yeah.
No, I wanted to go. But, now, what is this piece?
So this is
Let me get on this side.
Yeah. So it's a trench knife from the French army in World War I. It's a trench knife, or a trench fighting knife.
Okay.
And only in World War I were military people, I think they were issued, but in terms of trench knives, in terms of hand fighting knives, very emblematic of World War I, where they'd give you a knife because you were most likely going to hand-to-hand combat somebody in a trench, apparently.
Real
Which is terrifying.
Real fighting.
That's terrifying.
Right. Not drone fighting.
I can't imagine being stuck in a hole trying to fight somebody.
It has a little weight to it.
Terrifying.
Yeah, war is not good. Not good.
And then
is this the sheath?
yes.
For it?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Does it I can't.
Yeah. No, you can put it in for sure. And actually sticks in real nice.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can imagine some people, if they don't really get into knives and they were like, "Oh, it fit in there." Okay, but
To do
make
that
fit, it takes a lot. I know people,
and it's over 100 years old.
Yeah.
So I had a friend come up. Basically he makes armament, swords, armorists, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Tony Swatton's his name, but he did the armor for the Mandalorian. So that's Baby Grogu, the Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay.
That's the chainmail from Baby Yoda.
Then you have.
Oh, this is the nicest knife I own, even though that's not saying much. But this is my friend, Jacob Bessler.
Okay. That wouldn't happen to be ivory on there, is it?
No. I believe it's some sort of white micarta.
Okay. And this blade, you were showing me one time when I came here, something online where you could tell different categories of blades.
So this is the reason why this is so cool is that Jacob is actually able to make an old pattern of steel called Wootz. Mm-hmm. Wootz Damascus is the real Damascus, where most modern day forging or forged pattern is what you'll see, where they take two different types of steels and then pattern them together so that you get that two-tone different look. He did this by heating, cooling, and working the metal in a way. Basically, they take a crucible, put different types of steel into it, melt it all down, and then just by the heating, cooling, and process of forging, they can actually create a real Damascus-y pattern. So. Extremely difficult to do.
Yeah.
So it's a 2x72. Broadbeck is the maker. I'm getting a water system put in, so it's a work in progress. There's going to be acrylic glass that goes around it, and we'll actually be able to pour water on top. Okay. The reason why I want a water cooling system is that you can grind longer and cooler, less chance of burning up the knives. Your belts last longer, so I need to put some water on the system itself. Okay. But one step at a time. I got the acrylic glass. It's going to be cool. It's going to have my logo CNC'd in the top of it. So I was hoping that people would kind of see me, you know, walk across the alley, see me, see the logo, watch me sharpening knives.
Man, listen, you're coming a long way, and like you said, got a game over there.
Yeah, come hang out.
And yeah, so listen, everybody.
1325 Westlake.
You heard that 1325 West Lake Street. All right, and his name is Nick, and he is the man. All right, when it comes to these knives.
Thank you,
Trust me,
thank you.
Very knowledgeable. So once again, Nick, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you guys for coming down. It was nice to see you guys again.
Because I know you got things to do.
Next time, bring El Chapo too. I want to see what happened
Oh, yeah.
or
You
where
know
he's
what? I
at.
got to tell you something. I never used. I just
What happened?
I put it on the wall. No.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't use it for me or
Okay.
anything.
Yeah,
It, just,
all right.
it was so
Good.
nice. I said, let me just put it up. Seriously.
Yeah, he got retired. Good.
Yeah. So,
Good for him.
so once again, thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks,
All right.
guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Later.